Hi everyone, this is meowmurai, and let's check out Flightpath Adventures in Venaris running on Nintendo Switch. Okay, what do we got for options here? Okay, not much. Boy, lots of slots. Let's see, Kath. Not Kathy, just Kath. Got AJ. Max. I don't know, kind of like AJ's ship. Beacon City. Interplanetary Police Station. Hand over your badge, you're done. Chief, you can't be serious. I've been on the force for over 10 years. You've been a great detective for my department, AJ, until this incident. I can't ignore the security footage, and an investigation's already started with internal affairs. I'm afraid it's out of my hands. But Chief, it was faked. I'm being framed. Your fingerprints were found all over the stolen ship parts we found during our last Syndicate operation. I can't have a corrupt detective in my department. Chief, you have to... What I have to do is terminate your commission. Look, you're one of my top detectives, AJ, but you have to face the fact that now you're just a civilian. I need you to clean your desk by the end of the day. I can't believe this. Listen, just go home and let Internal Affairs investigate this. They'll be in touch to interview you and get your side of the story. I sent in my rent last week. It processing delayed it again. Hey, listen, this isn't the best time. Can we sort it out tomorrow? Hey, detective, how's your night going? Wait, who is this? The boss warned you to drop the junkyard case. This is what you get for not listening. Syndicate? I should have known. Sorry, Chief. A good detective never ignores leads. If I still had access to my forensic tools, I would trace that signal straight to where it came from. Still, I've got a good guess where to start. My old ship is as reliable as ever. Controls seem to be working fine. Shields are down, though. Oh, there we go. Gotta warm up the weapon energy generator. Oh, do we have limited ammo? Oh my god. The machine gun's ready and loaded. And guided missile should get me out of trouble if needed. Oh, okay, that's just for secondary. Perfect. A booster. How convenient. Oh, hold on a minute. It's time to clear my name. By shooting everything.
Attack ready.
Hey, you. No trespassing around here. Now scram. I'm here to ask some questions. The boss said no exceptions, so scram, or else. Not like your boyfriend. Great. Things can just show up behind you and injure you. Hello there, my name's Micah, and I'm your friendly shop vendor. Since you're new here, let me give you a little tour of my workshop. Should you ever take damage during your battle, you can use this option here to fix your ship. Since your ship is in good condition, this option is disabled for now. Let's take a look at some weapons. First, you need to decide whether you want to attach, or where you want to attach your weapons. For now, let's keep them facing forward. Currently, we're running a special promotion. All new visitors get a pair of laser beams for free. Just go ahead and pick them up. Awesome. Oh, look, it seems your ship is equipped with an old generator. It doesn't have enough juice to power both lasers and your machine guns at the same time. Let's take a look at the generator catalog. Here you have a selection of jennies you can attach to your ship. Let's go ahead and get one that can power both your weapons. The more weapons you use, the more your generator drains. So keep that in mind before making any big purchases. Let's go back to the top menu. Secondary weapons are special attacks. Get the one that fits best to your combat style. Armor defines how much damage you can take after you lose your shields. If you like bumping into stuff, it might be worth the investment. Shields are in charge of absorbing damage. The better the shield, the more damage it absorbs. That concludes the tour. Feel free to check around our store if you still want to make any other upgrades. I mean, for me personally, hey Hotshot, I'm in charge around here. You need to leave. I heard you wanted me to drop the junkyard case and I have questions. Oh, it's you, ex-detective. Help me out and do yourself a favor. Go home and forget about it. Whatever. Yeah, so far this isn't really the kind of shmup that I like, where the screen scrolls slowly and the enemies seem to move at the same pace of the screen scrolling. We see this in a lot of shooters that are made in Europe. They have a lot of like Amiga or Atari ST influences. I mean, they did go for something a little different here in that they're building these off of some lower polygon environments. Usually they're fairly detailed bitmaps in these kind of games. And since it takes the width of the screen, vertical shmups don't really work as well. Because while you have a lot of time to maneuver left and right, you don't really have a lot of time to react, up and down, which is where the majority of your enemies come from. In this case, I usually like to have a developer pillbox their game, so that you can get more of a view from farther up the screen. Because otherwise, it's just kind of rough to try to move around in any sort of meaningful way.
Attack ready.
I don't know. This type of shmup feels lazy, but it's obviously not lazy. I mean, they put a lot of work into all the cutscenes and stuff, but I don't know. I don't like the way these feel. My ship. What was that for? I'm done asking nicely. Let's talk about the junkyard case. Okay, so this wasn't my idea. It was an order. What order? Do whatever was necessary to get you off the junkyard investigation. Plant a little evidence, fake a couple fingerprints. You know how that works, detective. And who made the call? How far above? Look, all I know is I had to go report to the guy on Pyron 2, and it was important. Pyron 2? Right, that sounds like a lie. Please, I'm telling the truth. I'll give you the coordinates. I mean, let's see how the second stage is. If the second stage is very much like the first stage in, how it plays and how the enemies move, then, whatever. Who has the boss told you about being late? Or what has the boss told you about being late? Has the cop been fired yet? Hey, you're not the one I was expecting. This is private property. Go away. So this is about me getting fired? Wait, it's you. Red alert. The detective's here. Red alert. Is there a reason this arrow is here? I mean, I can't like turn the screen around or anything. I can only go one direction. I wonder if that's just a bug. It's not like it's supposed to disappear eventually, I think. Yeah, a lot of these games will have these objects, have you be farther away from the screen. I mean, this is awfully close, which makes the vertical distance even worse. Now you really don't have very far to move your ship around. Hey there, what's going on? Some attention. Metal guy. Okay, missile 2 is 2,000. Okay, well. Standard shields. I think that's good enough. Again, why is this thing here? I guess that's kind of cool. You can have different flight paths. Still, you can kind of see how it's sort of dull, right? Right? I mean, it's just kind of the same background. The enemies just kind of move at the same speed. I mean, I'm trying to mix it up here with these different missions, but I don't know. This is probably better handled than most games like this.
Ready.
Have mercy, please. Why are you destroying your own stuff? It was the boss's orders. Before he left, he said that if you showed up, we had to do whatever we could to stop you. And that's why you exploded your own base. It's no use for your investigation, right? Where's your boss, then? It looked like he was headed to the port again. Port? Do you mean Beacon City's cargo terminal? No, it's a secret, but if you promise to let me go, I'll tell you where it is. Send me the coordinates and don't let me see you again. Unless you're paying for dinner, yeah. Yeah, again. Screen scrolling at the same speed. Enemies moving in at the same speed. Bullets moving at the same speed. And, you know, I understand there are certainly people that grew up playing these types of shooters. But you know, I grew up on the more Japanese flavor shooters. You know, the games, you know, specifically made for the console, and you know, not ported over from you know, an Amiga or a Commodore 64. So, you know, which is where these kind of games got really popular. I don't know, they just don't do anything for me. They just kind of feel dull. And like I said, this is doing it better than most. You know, it's offering you a little bit of variety in your missions, your mission types. But this zoomed in screen, I mean, they should have like pushed out the screen a lot farther for a vertical shmup. I mean, I don't know. Detective, what can I do for you? Oh, okay, we can skip this. Yeah, I don't think I need to see any more. It's probably not going to be much better than what it is already. This is meowmurai. You've been watching Flightpath, Adventures in Venaris, running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I mean, this is okay. If you like these European style shooters, shmups, then I think it's fine for what it is. It's certainly nothing exciting. It's like the endless number of other games that are designed this way with the the very safe slow-paced scrolling, which won't hurt anybody's refresh rate, or oftentimes are imagined for a 50 hertz refresh rate, with enemies that are more or less predictable and bullets that are more or less predictable. Even though there's like a lot of them on the screen, it's nice to have the upgrade system, and it's nice that it has some branching paths. But ultimately, I'll probably won't play a game like this again. It's just not my cup of tea. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.